Hey guys, it's Sarah and you're watching Wrapped. And this is our 10th episode. I can't believe that we've been doing this for 10 weeks already. We've been working really hard on it, and I can't thank you guys enough for continuing to watch our episodes. If you haven't yet, please make sure you like and subscribe to our channel so you can always see new episodes of Wrapped and everything else that we put out. So today I have a few things to talk to you about, but most importantly, don't go anywhere because I have a special guest and I've been hyping him up a little bit for the past few weeks, so you might already know what I'm talking about. What I'm really excited about is you guys have heard different versions of the Glitter Guy story and how we got here, but what you guys have never really heard is the story straight from Jason's perspective, and I think that it's really super cool. I think that he's going to offer a whole different look at how he got to become part of the Glitter Guy, because I mean, he has also been here since literally day one and before, so I'm really excited for you guys to hear things from him. The Glitter Guy announced some new brand ambassadors, so that's super new for us. We've never really done that before. So if you see them in the Glitter Guy group, you might see them on their own social media. Go check them out and see who they are. This weekend, speaking of the Glitter Guy, we will have tickets finally on sale for the Misfit Makers tour. So if you haven't seen episodes already of Wrapped and you're not sure what I'm talking about, the Misfit Makers, who own a Patreon group on Facebook, they are going on tour. So they'll be in Daytona, and so will I. Me and Alex will be traveling down there the first weekend of February. Still haven't gotten that date down, but I'm pretty sure it's like the 3rd. I told you guys I was going to take a look at my calendar and I didn't. I'll be down there. Tickets are still on sale for Daytona, but there's not a ton left. There's going to be a meet and greet on Friday. It's a little taco party. They'll have tacos, margaritas. We'll hang out, we'll chill. There's still a few tickets on sale for that. I'm not sure how many, but there is a few class tickets left, and they're on the website JPJ Creations, and I'm going to make sure to link that down below for you guys also. And this weekend, if you're closer to New Jersey, you can get your tickets for the New Jersey, I almost said showing, but it's not really a showing, is it? For the New Jersey tour. So they'll be coming here, they'll hang out in the warehouse, you'll have a chance to make your own glitter shaker, mix it all up. We'll also have a meet and greet party, we'll have little tours of the warehouse, and of course you guys are going to go home with lots of cool stuff. You're gonna learn how to make some fun cups, and meet and hang out with the Misfit Makers, and meet and hang out with me if you haven't met me yet. So look out for tickets on the Glitter Guy's website. You can also, if you're in the Facebook group, The Glitter Guy, we're gonna be posting a lot of updates in there. The class tickets are gonna be $100, and that includes everything that you'll need to make the tumbler. And the meet and greet tickets will be $25, I believe. So look out for that and come hang out with us. All right, guys, bring them out. Are you really excited to be here?
I'm so excited.
Jason's not always a super big talker, but he's gonna do this for me and for you guys. Do you remember what it was like when we started the Glitter Guy? It was a while ago now.
It was funny because it's encapsulated my whole life for the past 4 years now. And I was trying to think about this all morning because I knew this was coming all week. And you'd think it'd be easy to explain what I've just been doing, you know, from my perspective, but it's been so overwhelming that it's a lot really to cover. So I apologize if I ramble a little bit, but there's a lot. So
we brought you here to ramble.
Yeah, it is a shift. I mean, a little background for me, from my perspective, what my day looked like in 2018 prior to November. Because this was very fast and this was very sudden. I'm a journeyman lineman by trade, so I work on power lines, or I worked on power lines. I traveled a lot. I did a lot of storm restoration, a lot of the big jobs with the giant towers that you guys see all over the place. Those were my bread and butter. That was my favorite thing. So I was used to working 200 feet plus in the air. That's where my office was. I was outdoors every day in the elements, 16-hour days.
I remember that.
On the road 24/7. It was a different life for sure, but it was also a rewarding life, you know? I got to travel a lot and I got to see a lot. One day, Sarah came to me with an idea because she was crafting and everything, and people always ask us, you know, why did you get into this? And it's, from our perspective, personally, it was difficult with all the success that we kind of had, it wasn't even, this was born out of, ironically, a need for time together, right?
Yes, this is true.
Because your Etsy business was like crazy. It was very busy. It's just your personal Tumblr business, and I never got to see you, right? Like, you lived in the garage. I gave up my garage. My passion is like cars, and not generally glitter first. I'm a guy. I'm sorry, like I like guy stuff.
We
And
bought the house for the garage.
we did. It was our first house with a garage. I was so excited to have one, and I slowly started giving up pieces of the garage to Sarah so that you could.
That's a really nice way to put it.
So you could craft. I mean, it even started storing your car first, right? Like, car that I got you so that I could work on it for you. And then we like actually put that outside the house so that you could start crafting. And then that was like the last time I had a garage. I still don't have one. We're 4 years in. We're getting one.
You only got upset one time, and I put the bubble wrap on the seat of the Harley.
Yeah. I had the
good
Harley
thing.
tucked in the corner, starting to stack stuff. I'm like, come on, man. Now it was meant to store vehicles, and now it's just like craft warehouse almost, a little mini garage. And that was the way that it was. Sarah lived in the garage, and I lived on the road. I came home, and I still wouldn't see you, right? So
went right back.
we were like, let's figure something out. Something's got to give. And when we brainstormed, really, it was one of the times we got to spend together. We would go to Disney every year, right? Like, we made it a thing to go to Disney every year. We missed the last couple of years because, we're very busy here. But when we went, we talked about it, right? Like, what are we going to do? How are we going to make this better? We talked about how we stay within both of our passions, like, well, your passion first. It was the crafting thing. How can we do the crafting without it stretching so thin with custom orders? So we went with, eventually a lot of conversations, and we decided to launch a glitter company together. And I was still doing line work, right? We thought everything was good to go. We thought we had all of our ducks in a row, per se, right?
Pun intended.
3 days before we were ready to get the website going, and mind you,
Oh my God.
I made this website on Shopify. I don't know how. I do today, in the evolution of what I've become in my career. I do a lot more graphic design than I did. I like to say I'm getting decent at it, but at that time it was paint only, right?
It was something. It was work.
No Photoshop, no Illustrator, paint, and our logo was silly. No,
We took
our
the photos
website was
outside
silly.
on that table, remember?
Our glitter
The
photos.
first glitter photos.
To get, like, they were outside on like a marble countertops, which was like, how's that make sense? Because then you had all these colors that were contrasting with our glitter color.
We learned a lot.
There was a lot to learn, for sure, from where we started. But to reel it back, we thought we were ready as we could be at the time, right? With what we were armed with. And
Imagine that.
what seems to happen always when you're a lineman and you think that you have everything prepared is a storm hits. Like, natural disasters love to throw wrenches in your works. We've canceled multiple vacations. I missed our first anniversary due to a hurricane. So it would make sense that an ice storm would blow through Ohio.
You missed a lot of my birthday, September.
I did.
September sucks.
Yep. Ice storm comes in, and sorry, babe, I gotta go. So let's pause the website. Let's not launch, right? Let's wait.
Imagine that.
That wasn't able to be done. Sarah was excited. She created hype in what's Tumblr Hacks 101 now, the group. Sarah got everybody excited about the start of this, and I wasn't going to take that from her, so I thought it was great. We had this going, but it was a little too successful, I'd say, right, on day one.
Oh my God. I didn't sleep for 3 days.
I remember, if anybody has a Shopify, like, when you make a sale, it does like a cha-ching sound, right, on your phone naturally. And I'm on the road. I'm in Ohio with a bunch of linemen working in an ice storm. And I'm like explaining to them, hey guys, my shed, which I thought at the time was full of glitter. And we'll get to that. My shed was full of glitter at home, and they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, listen, my wife's a crafter. We got this thing going, and I think it's going to be awesome, and people are excited. Sarah, it gets to the time that it's launch time. And I remember it was evening there, and all of a sudden, like, my phone is, look, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And everyone's like, what is that sound on your phone? And I'm like, I think we're selling glitter right now. And we were. Like, it was great. It was a great day. Glitter. It was awesome. It was a spiral after that. It was definitely super exciting, but we were definitely a little underprepared at the time. I wasn't there.
Do you remember what it was like when you came home?
I came home, so what I was saying was I thought the glitter was in my shed. We started with 50 glitters.
The shed's outside. Can we put the scene right? The shed's outside of the house, you guys.
I'm pretty sure we can cut in some photos somewhere, because we got them, of the glitter, what it looked like in the shed. We also got some photos of what the glitter looked like when I came home, in my kitchen.
Where it was warm. Kitchen. And not dark. It was not dark in the kitchen. I'm just going to put that one right out there. It was nighttime. The glitter was cold.
So, mind you, I wasn't as enthralled with glitter at that moment, in my life as I am today. Today's every aspect of everything that I do. So, I live, breathe, eat, sleep it, and I'm not even kidding. But then I didn't yet, and I wasn't prepared for it. But I started to have to be prepared. That house still has not recovered.
The grout. The grout is forever encrusted in glitter.
Yeah.
You were pissed when you came home.
A little.
I remember you sat at the table one time, and he's just sitting at the dining room table where we now bag glitter. Well, not right now, but where we were at the time. And he's just staring off. And I'm like, what are you doing? Are you okay? He's like, I'm calculating how many hours I have to sit here at this table to finish this bag. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, are you going to do that? He said, yes, I am. I'm like, oh, I'm going to not make you angry right now.
Yeah, so I'm a numbers guy. And that's just how I function. I like efficiency. I think that's why I worked well in line work. Like I was, in a foreman aspect towards the end of it. I like managing things and running things and figuring things out. So I think that's worked well with the creation of the glitter guy. What it was I would come home. This is for now the next, what started was the change in my whole lifestyle, right?
Yeah, so because you're talking right now November 2018.
To November 2018. I was coming home, I was continuing to do line work, right? Because we didn't know if this was going to be something permanent.
It was supposed
you can't
to be
just
a
jump
side
right
gig
in. Yeah, it
to
was.
give me more time with you and you maybe a little extra money.
Right. It got so busy that I started to first had to tell Sarah, like, you're going to have to stop making cups. Like, you're going to have to focus directly on the sales because somebody's got to keep up with it. And we don't want to hire anyone right now. Like, we're in the house. We're working out of a spare bedroom and stuff.
That didn't go well, did it? I melted.
No. Yeah.
I melted like popsicle.
It was a lot. It was a lot to tell Sarah that she's got to stop making, cups first. And that's got to go back burner, and then we got to shift it. That's got to be, the glitter's got to be first.
You tried to take my turner out of the room that we were going to use for our shipping, and I accused you of trying to strip everything from me. Imagine that.
We got through that. We started doing that. You were doing that permanently, and I'd come home every single day. Mm-hmm. Fortunately, in line work, at least union line work, you can kind of pick and choose a little bit of the jobs when it works great, like where you want to be. So at that time, like I said, I'd normally travel and do larger jobs. Couldn't do that, right? And support glitter with the any of the production at home and stuff. Sarah was a one-man band, literally. So what I had to do was take jobs closer to us. I was working in Philly. I was doing smaller jobs that had more normal, like 8 hours. But I would do 8 hours of that. I would literally come straight home, go right into the shed, and I'd bag glitter for 8 more hours.
Remember the system you came up with the whiteboard?
Yeah, I had a whole whiteboard in the shed. It had all my production, everything. I knew exactly how many minutes it took to do a certain amount of bags of glitter. At the time, it was bags of glitter, right? With our machines and stuff. And it was just very tedious, very time consuming. But yeah, these hands have filled thousands.
Oh, yes.
Upon thousands of bags of glitter.
Sunday was our glitter bagging day, remember?
And it was exhausting, but well worth it, I think it was definitely something,
Let's fast forward for everyone real quick. What was it like when you decided to leave being a lineman? Do you remember what it was? I mean, I know there was that thing at work, but then
So, I
You were
mean,
never gonna leave.
I never went, no, so line work, I love it so much. I miss it, honestly, all the time. It's, like I said, it's night and day. Day then was wake up 5-ish a.m., maybe 4, depending how far I have to drive. Minimum of an hour, hour and a half drive somewhere. I like to be early to places, so I take a little 45-minute nap in my car. And then I probably work like 12 hours, but I'm working, like I said, like 200 plus feet in the air, doing generally physical labor. Come home, eat, sleep, rinse and repeat, do it again. My day now is wake up, go get some, make a bagel for the baby and for Sarah, go to Dunkin' Donuts to get my Americano, come in, start getting everybody ready for the day, get the place opened up, maybe do some graphic design, probably get glitter ready for everybody for the day for production and stuff, shoot videos and content like this, try and brainstorm sales, incentives, ideas,
Totally different.
labels. It is, and I'm all indoors, heat, AC, I didn't have those things. But I'm staring at the same walls every day too. So it's like, it's such a different life.
But what was it like leaving? Was it scary? Or it wasn't? We had 2 warehouses at this point when you left.
Definitely scary, I think, like it's just like you were worried when I took cup making away from you as a primary source. I mean, you're talking line work wasn't the supplementary, that was the bread and butter of our basis to live,
For the last 10 plus years too at that point.
Yeah, and then not just that, but like the worry of having real overhead and taking care of other people's well-being. Like we have employees that worry about our success and worry about us existing so that they can pay their bills. So those are the things that I didn't have to worry about before. I didn't have to think about that, Though we had a saying in line work, you neck down, and it was. Those are the types of jobs that you wanted. The job that you only have to worry about from the neck down. I don't have to be any part of the brains. And those are great because, you don't have to be necessarily liable for things. But now you're liable for everything. So it's definitely, it was a scary shift. But honestly, I don't think that I would give it up. I miss traveling, I miss being around. But I'd never give up being able to see my family every day. Like that's the biggest difference. And I think that a lot of my fellow linemen that I still keep in touch with are envious of that aspect, like I get to be home with everybody.
What did they say when you left? Did they say anything?
Like glitter?
Did they think it was weird?
Like I think it's not even just linemen, it's everybody. Just you hear that. Glitter?
Like, what do you mean?
Glitter? I don't know what to tell you. Glitter.
Yeah, real glitter.
That's the stuff. They're all surprised pretty much all the time. I still keep in touch with a lot of them.
Let me set the scene for everyone real quick. At the time, we had 2 warehouses. We had the Glitter Guy warehouse, which, mind you, I didn't even want. I thought this was a stupid idea. We're going to fail now that we got bills. We could have just stayed in the house. I'm glad we listened to you. So we had the Glitter Guy warehouse, and then we absorbed the one right next door. So we had 2 warehouses, one for the glitter and one because at the time we were selling tumblers. What was it like over there for you? You did that whole warehouse by yourself. So you went from being a lineman, which I guess maybe it's by yourself sometimes, but you were like literally in there running the whole show.
Yeah, so that was like probably the big interim, right? In between when I was still doing line work, but it was just before I kind of completely left line work. Like it was like right about the same time actually, right? And I think it kind of empowered me too, because I was a little annoyed at the job that I was at the time or whatever. And it gave me the capability to have that safety net the other way. I was like, kind of how I felt about line work for all this time. I felt that we had grown the Glitter Guy to the point that I could feel comfortable in relying on it to support us and to be able to support everybody else. And this is before the pandemic. This is before any.
This is 2019.
Yeah,
this is summer of 2019.
Before any crazes, any of that happening.
We weren't even a year old yet.
But everything was just like moving so fast still. But yeah, we started selling tumblers, and we just decided, right, there's 2 of us that own the company. Why don't we kind of like, not like split it, but like, you know, you take care of the glitter and I'll take care of the tumblers. It was just a little easier for the back end stuff. We ended up taking over the warehouse next to our glitter warehouse at the time. They were the same exact size. They were twins of each other. It was units A and B. We took A at next. But I was over there by myself, right? Like while with the glitter, we had, was there 3 people over there?
Sandy, Shannon, and Patty.
And Mike?
Oh, and Mike, yes.
There's somebody helping in the warehouse, somebody to help bag the glitter, somebody to help fill the orders, and then Sarah kind of conducting and filling in all the gaps in between. When it came to the tumblers, it was me, right, over there.
100%.
I did the listings, I filled the orders, any of the refunds, I did the shipping, I did all of it. And then we have, I'm sure we can insert pictures of that too, because I got pictures of loading docks like stacked, and I have many of those pictures because I was super proud of myself in those days. You know, it felt very accomplished. It was nice to just like know that I did all that. Like, look what I did. But it was still also very different. Like, I still don't consider myself like a salesman or like I don't know. It's like hard. I'm an owner. I'm a president. I kind of laugh about it all the time in the office because when you're like have these things, you have like LinkedIn accounts and stuff, right? And I'm not a networker. And I get all these requests for LinkedIn and they're just like, you're a president, I'm a president, let's be friends. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like, I'm just me, you know? Like,
Jason, Dean, when we got our first business cards, Jason decided that he's going to be the president. He then also decided that would make me vice president. That didn't go over well, so I Googled what is higher than a president, and that is how he got to be the president and I am the CEO. So if you look us up on paperwork, Sarah Lively is the CEO of the Glitter Guy, and Jason is the president because I had to Google what's higher. I'm going to be a vice. I'm not the vice. What is this?
I say, ask the boss. She's CEO/vice president, so she's above and below. She's singing much in me. She surrounds me.
That is very accurate, isn't it? Speaking of who may be in charge, do you remember how we got the name The Glitter Guy? Because that wasn't our original name idea at all. I don't even think that was the second original name.
So I remember who the idea came from, and I remember even like almost I feel like the moment that it happened, but I don't remember the like whole process of the other names that we might have went through. So, but anyway.
Yeah, I don't remember what they were.
So Sarah and I are in like a truck club, right? I'm a car person and everything. We airbagged rides. That's what we got, right? Like that's what we do. We're hanging out with some of the club members, and one of the members, Mel, he's one of the funnier guys in the clique, you know, and we're talking and telling him about our glitter business. And this is freshly after we pitched the idea from the vacation that we were going to do this, right?
Yep.
Like, going over some ideas of names and stuff that we were talking about. And he was like, what about the Glitter Guy? And then you can say, if you need glitter, I'm your guy. And he kind of went with like the cheesy kind of like name and slogan. And we were just looked at each other like,
there it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's too good.
And now him, Mr. Manly Man himself, Paul Lentz, makes cups.
He does, Mel's mugs.
In his little garage. It was a few years after that, but he started making cups. And if you've seen this man,
a burly tattooed man.
He's
big beard.
He's a little grizzly bear.
Yeah, he is.
But you wouldn't think it. He would just stop over the house and grab cups that I made for him and his wife or whoever they bought them for, and we would just, talk. And he's just not what you would consider a crafty guy, so let's not stereotype them crafty men. No.
It was just a funny moment, and we all just kind of looked at each other and we were like, yup, that's it.
I don't think
it just made sense.
Took it seriously. He kept calling you that night because we went to throw hatchets with the crew, and he kept calling you the Glitter Guy. He's like, oh, the Glitter Guy.
Yeah.
Well, Jason, thank you for being Rap's first guest. I think this was a really good experience. I think that you were a perfect first guest, and you look adorable. And I think that we need to do more of this. I think we probably need more guests on Wrapped, and I think that we definitely need to get you guys more videos of where we came from and how we evolved the Glitter Guide to where it is today, because what we just went over is a snip of what we've been through, and I think it's pretty interesting where we've come, and maybe we can inspire you guys to keep on going and pushing within your own little worlds. Well, guys, and thank you, Jason. You guys know how to subscribe and like our channel so that you can make sure that you always see more of this, and I hope that you really enjoyed this episode of Wrapped. See you next week.